Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome here to race number 28 of the fourth season of the NR 2003 Red Bull GT Series. We're down to two more races after today to find out who will be our champion for this series. RB Gardner cannot win the championship. Of course, he's only making his seventh start of the season, but he gets his first pole of his career. RB Gardner just trying to finish this season with as many starts as he possibly can, because he will be, if he does make another start after this race, he would be ineligible for the Rookie of the Year honors. He's currently 49th in the points, alongside of the rookie and overall points leader, Sarah Redmond, who could lock up the Rookie of the Year championship as early as either today or next week at Kansas. Andrew Williams in row number 2, he is 35th in the standings, and alongside of him is J Ard, who's 31st in the point standings. You basically saw the rest of your starting lineup for today's race. We're going to see how these drivers will do for 49 laps of racing. Let's get these cars moving along. Oh, hold on. All right, now the cars are rolling off. It was a red car that did not want to get going, so that's why we had to make sure everybody was rolling off the grid. Here's your points coming in this race. Sarah Redmond is the points leader by 15 points over Alexander Underwood. Third in the standings is Cody Goforth, 26 back. Third in the standings. Ricky Cervantes, fourth in the standings, 37 back. Skylar Taylor is fifth. J Ard, sixth. Kyle Langeland, who's the defending winner of this race, who won the inaugural race in Season 2, is seventh, 49 points back. P Albanus, second to Rookie of the Year standings, 52 points back in eighth. Ninth is L Bianchi, and 10th is S Askraov, who is 64 points back of the points leader. And we're going to have pit stops in this race. These drivers cannot make it 49 laps on one tank of fuel. The fuel window is between 29 to 31 laps for these drivers, or it could be less than that. It could be 26 to 32 laps. Here we go. The third and final race of the Red Bull GT Series is green. Let's go racing at Atlanta. Good start for everybody, as RB Gardner will lead us down to the back straightaway for the first time of 49. Andrew Williams going to take the inside. This would be a critical point for him, since he's right at 35th in the points. Drag race to the line. Give it to Andrew Williams, who will lead the first lap. That's a critical bonus point for Andrew Williams, as he's trying to stay away from that 35th in the standings after today's race. And Andrew Williams will lead the second lap of this race. J Ard, 31st in the points, not having the season he would have liked, as he's looking to just try to finish the season as best as he can. It's been a rough season for Sean, the Season 1 champ. His sister Jessie is in the championship hunt, technically, but Jessie has not found victory lane, whereas Sean has. So Sean has that bragging right over Jessie in terms of that series is concerned. Matthew Hubert, who will be back next season in the number 15. He's running in third. There's Bianchi. Lizette Armstrong running in the 5th position in the early going of this race. Sarah Redmond dropped back to 7th, but she's still inside the top 10 in the standings. Nobody else had any issues on the grid as we were rolling off for attempt number 2. So everybody has already taken the green flag, so that's good news. Oh, caution's out. I just saw the yellow flag. Oh, rack! Rack! Big rack! Oh, this is the big one in Atlanta. Lot of cars involved. Skylar Taylor, Luna Farmer. Bradley Reim, I don't know if he was collected. Maddie Crenshaw just ran to the back of Annie Crenshaw. Well, that's not going to do. Lizette Armstrong got caught up in this wreck. Andrew Williams, Dana Monroe. They did take the caution. As they are slowing down, waiting for the pace car. Sean's slowing way down just to let the pace car catch up. Caution is out for the first time today. They did take the yellow, so they didn't have to race back to the line. Who else was also collected? Skylar Taylor, Logan Williams, Kyler Anderson, Alexander Underwood, second in points is involved. Oh boy, and I don't know what the hell Tico Jumiaka was doing. Kyler Anderson, that's gonna mean he's out of the championship just like that. Caution's out for the first time today here at Atlanta. Just jump back, look at the replay to see what happened. The big one strikes at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The race has been red flagged due to a lot of debris on the front straightaway. Let's see, 4 wide here, and I think the 2 and the 9 just got too close to each other and just took each other and put poor Andrew Williams into the wall. And with how narrow this D-shaped front stretch is, oh, Fitzwater just barely snuck through. Someone clipped Reagan Whitlock. Bradley Ream, Chaz Farmer. Someone clipped the 88 of Whitlock. He got turned into the wall. Who did he hit? Oh, he just had it miss. It was Dana Monroe who clipped the 88. There's Alexander Underwood. Don't know who got into him. Someone spun Luna Farmer around. Into the wall goes the 88. And just nowhere for any of these guys and gals to go. I definitely need to take some onboards. Here's Dana Monroe's perspective. Yeah, we're going to be under a red flag for a while. There's a lot of debris, so we're going to take some onboards. There's a clip there. Okay, so Alexander Underwood hit Dana Monroe. Skylar Taylor, nowhere for her to go. Bradley Ream. Chaz Farmer runs into Skylar Taylor. Tico Chumiaka is going to get... going to have his car all over the top of the 34. Look at that front straightaway, just narrowed, and somebody's on their side. Is that Andrew Williams? Yes, it is. Who in the world pile drove him over? Let's see. He's going to get hit by Dana Monroe. Okay, so it's Dana Monroe who tipped him over. Okay. But my goodness, we just turned the front straightaway at Atlanta Motor Speedway into a junkyard. Well, goodness is, J Ard was the leader, and he caused a major accident, as he likes to say, as he touched the cars and caused a giant wreck on the front straightaway. Let's take some onboards of this wreck, starting with the 04 of Andrew Williams. Onboard Andrew Williams. He's just going to have nowhere to go. Not even had any chance to react. There's the shot there. I don't know how in the world that camera survived, but it did. That's a shame for Andrew Williams. A tough break for him. Onboard Lizette Armstrong. It just looks like the 9 just got a bit tight and pushed up into the 2. That's Logan Williams drilled the GMAC Corvette of Lizette Armstrong. Really a tough year for Lizette. Nowhere for her to go, and that's a shame for her. Onboard Dana Monroe, this is how she got involved. Just watch the smoke up ahead. She's going to have absolutely nowhere to go. Just had it miss until the 04 came up into her path. Davis Santi got a piece there in the 66. One final on board with Alexander Underwood, who's going to have nowhere to go. Right there. Just nowhere for Alexander Underwood to go. And he was trying to run down Sarah Redmond for the points lead. That's not going to happen, as he is going to be out of the race. We're going to have a lot of drivers out of the race as the red flag has been lifted. And we're going to head to the restart here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Well, after that big wreck there, as we're going to go back to green on lap 11 of 49, will give us 39 laps to go. J Ard the leader, Matthew Hubert second, Brooke Packett third, Sarah Redmond fourth, Lucci and Bianchi fifth, Ponzo Albanus sixth, R.B. Gardner, our pole sitter seventh, K Langeland eighth, Jonathan Wong ninth, and Jesse Art will complete the top 10. Out of the race after that incident, surprisingly, 7 drivers are out of this race. Or no, is it? Let me look. 1, 2, 3. No, correction. 6 drivers now out of the race. Lizette Armstrong, Skylar Taylor, Alexander Underwood second in points, 39th. That's not good for him. Dana Monroe, Andrew Williams, and Logan Williams all out of the race. Something's up with Matthew Hubert. Why he's pulled down the apron. Looks like he's got a problem or some kind. That will move Elena Rory in the top 10, as I'm not sure what's up with the 15. We'll get an update on the 15 when we go back to green. And he just pulled out of line like something is wrong with that 15, as we are back to green here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As Matthew Hubert is back out in the race, as we just had a lead change. I just missed that. I was trying to click on the leaders, but that didn't happen, as that was Brooke Packett who just got by. Sarah Redmond is now in front. Matthew Hubert has rejoined the race. Unfortunately, he is 1 lap down as a result. Sarah Redmond has led a lap. There's a gap back there between... Yeah, there's a gap right there where Cody Goforth is. Kasumi Takashi, good to see her having a solid run. How big is that gap? It's about 2 seconds nearly. So apparently someone did not get a good restart. Senor Sean back to the lead. Matthew Hubert is now 1 lap down as a result. Not entirely sure what was wrong with Matthew Hubert's car. That is a tough break for Matthew Hubert. Matthew Hubert will be back in the Red Bull GT Series next season, but this is not the way he want to have his race. That's kind of sums up his season in a nutshell. When he has a good race car and makes races, something bad happens to him. As Brooke Packett, who's been really struggling in the points, is now the race leader. As St. Peterson, the last car on the lead lap, I think Matthew Hubert will start going by drivers that are badly damaged that were involved in the big one. They're going to be catching Addison Peterson shortly. Lucian Bianchi back here at the rear of the field. He's not involved. Was not involved. Reagan Whitlock was involved in the big one, so he's kind of off the pace. Looks like Luna Farmer didn't get a lot of damage, so she's still up to speed. I mean, that was a big wreck on the front straightaway. Kind of surprised more drivers were not out of the race after that. RB Gardner has taken the lead from Brooke Packett. Lap 19 of 49. Let me look at the points here. Lizette Armstrong. Not going to be enough points for her to gain. Skylar Taylor, 5th in the points. I think this could possibly take her out of championship contention. Alexander Underwood, 2nd in points. He was trying to run out Sarah Redmond for the points lead. Dana Monroe, 14th in the standings. She's already out of championship contention. Logan Williams, 15th in points. He's going to take a hit. And Andrew Williams, I'd be concerned about 41st as far as that is concerned. The good news for Andrew Williams, the guy that was trying to run him down for that 35th in the standings, failed to qualify. Sam Tenney did not make the show. So the good news for Andrew Williams, he escapes this week. As we got 35 on the lead lap, 36 still in the race, but Matthew Hubert is up to speed. As Ricky Cervantes goes by Sarah Redmond for 2nd. Sarah Redmond. Let's see where the guy that was trying to run her down for the Rookie of the Year standings. That is the 12. Well, as soon as I say that, there's the 12 of Ponzo Albanus. Right behind Cody Smart. Ponzo was a total of 52 points back of Sarah Redmond, so he's not going to gain a lot of points. I think we can safely say if Sarah Redmond has a good run, well, it's also going to depend on how bad the pit stops are going to play a factor. As, oh, by the way, we're at the midway point of today's race. So let's not count our chickens before they hatch, because we still have to worry about pit stops that could play a factor in this race. But as of now, Sarah Redmond is going to keep the points lead, the overall points lead. The question is, has she done enough to possibly lock up the Rookie of the Year championship? That's still up in the air as far as that's concerned. Ricky Cervantes, he's been in that 38 ever since he replaced the now banned Blockgay Wagner. Just past the halfway point of this race. Ricky Cervantes, a former champion, the Coca-Cola Truck Series champ from 2015, 10 years ago, believe it or not. As we are still green. If everybody pits now, they can make it the rest of the way on fuel. Right now, the leaders have not come to pit road yet. They are, however, coming up to Edison Peterson. They're about to put a lap down on. Cody Smart trying to finish what has been a up and down season. Right now, only 6 of the 42 starters, as things stand, will fail to finish. So it's not been a good day for a driver that's running well in the points. So that was 2nd, 5th, 14th, 15th in points that are back behind the wall and out of the race. J Goforth running in 10th, but he's not doing his championship hopes any good because Sarah Redmond is ahead of her championship rivals, excluding Ricky Cervantes, because Cervantes is leading the race. They have just put Addison Peterson a lap down, so now we're down to 34 drivers on the lead lap. But remember, these drivers are going to have to make at least a pit stop in this race. So Andrew Williams will more than likely stay in that 35th in the standings. So he basically extended his gap a little bit between himself and Sam Tenney, who failed to qualify for this race. I've just also received word from the Red Bull GT officials. After the race, driver of the 36 and the 75, Maddie and Annie Crenshaw, have been called to the Red Bull GT Series hauler at the conclusion of the race. Apparently, the officials were not too happy with Annie Crenshaw because she said something on her radio about her sister, Maddie Crenshaw, and that did not sit well with the Red Bull GT officials. And that's not going to sit well with Cody Smart either. Because apparently what Annie Crenshaw said was, and in terms, apparently she cussed out Maddie Crenshaw on the radio for not slowing down. I bet you the ride home for the Crenshaw family is not going to be a pleasant one. I can tell you that's concerned. So we got some tempers flaring between two sisters. Oh, that's not going to sit well with the officials, and that's also not going to sit well with their parents. I can tell you that for certainty. I can't imagine the ride home for them is going to be fun. And we got pit stops. There's RB Gardner, as he's come into the pits from 3rd. Wonder if these drivers saved enough fuel under the yellow. They probably went a little bit further than 32 laps, but that's because they were saving fuel under the yellow flag, because we had our only caution of the race, as Cody Smart is electing to stay out. So Cody will get a lap lead. As Cody Smart is the leader. While this race is going on, let me go get my tacos and I'll be right back. I'm coming. Oh, caution's out. Caution's out for the second time today. It's like we had a wreck in turn number one. So as I come back, the yellow is out. So let's jump back and look at a replay to see what happened to cause the second yellow of the day. Just as I come back from getting a chicken taco, the yellow flag comes out. Let's see what happened here. Sarah Redmond, the points leader, involved, and boy, that was kind of a question. Boy, Eric Alpha did a good job not spearing the heck out of the 86 machine. That was coming out of the pits, and that was in the middle of the pit stop sequence. Sarah Redmond was running 14th at the time of this incident. So it looks like a spin. Oh, and then she gets hit by Reagan Whitlock. Now, what was that all about? I know Sarah Redmond was trying to get down on the apron, but what was that all about between Reagan Whitlock and Sarah Redmond there? Apparently, Reagan Whitlock was angry at Sarah Redmond for some reason. That's a tough break for Sarah Redmond. Now she's going to have to probably change 4 tires again because she flat spotted those brand new tires. The caution's out for the second time today. We're going to head back to the restart here at Atlanta. Just as I come back from getting a chicken taco from the concession stand, I didn't realize the caution came out. Should have took a commercial break when I got my chicken taco, but nevertheless, I have it here. Now I'm back in the bit. So we're inside the 10 to go, so we're going to have a single file restart. Ricky Cervantes is the leader. Chaz Farmer's a lap down. Shyla Askraov is second. J Ard third. Cody Smart fourth. RB Gardner fifth. Ponzo Albanus, Brooke Packett, Matthew Hubert, Emma Keizer, and Zachary Fitzwater will complete the top 10. Talk about this turned everything on its head, and Cody Goforth is out of the race. Looks like, I don't know if he was involved in a wreck or if he had a mechanical problem, but looks like he's out of the race, so he will join Lizette Armstrong, Skylar Taylor, Alexander Underwood, Dana Monroe, Andrew and Logan Williams back behind the wall now of the race. That's a tough break for Cody Goforth, and this is going to kill him in the points, because remember, he was trying to run down Sarah Redmond for the points lead. And I think the only driver that's going to gain points on Sarah Redmond is our race leader, Ricky Cervantes, as we're back to green. But what the Red Bull GT officials said was Matty Crenshaw apparently did an inappropriate gesture as Sarah Redmond's been given the black flag, so she's going to come to pit road. I think it's because of the commitment line or the coming out of the pits, exiting the pits unsafely might be the reason why she's on pit road. So now we have one less lap car to worry about for the race leaders. Talk about this is throwing the championship scenario wide open as a result. As Sarah Redmond has returned the race, she also got 4 fresh tires. She's now a lap down. Matty Crenshaw, Matthew Hubert's a lap down. He was having a solid run before the pit stops happened. Chaz Farmer got trapped a lap down. Same with L Bianchi. There's J Ard, who has a chance to win her first race of the year. It's been a while since J Ard went to victory lane. And Jesse's another one of those drivers who is also trying to run down Sarah Redmond for this championship. So this has really thrown the championship wide open as a result. And J Ard has now taken the race lead. By the way, these drivers can make it on fuel. I'd like to point that out. Good chicken taco. As we're down to 3 laps of racing to go. Here at Atlanta. I want to remind everybody this copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the World Racing Association for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast or retransmitted or any other disseminations or the use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the World Racing Association is prohibited. Blue Hedgehog TV and the World Racing Association want to thank you fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. J Ard has led a lap. She came in race 6 in the points. And with drivers ahead of her who have had troubles today, as we're coming to the white flag, one more lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. J Ard is about to capitalize along with Ricky Cervantes on the misfortunes of the top 3 in the championship. So Sarah Redmond is going to keep the rookie points lead, but that gap is going to be shrunk between the 2 drivers. Off of turn 4 for the final time, J Ard is going to win here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway for her first win since season 2. First win of the year for J Ard, and this is really going to help her in the championship. She needed to win this race. She did what she needed to do. What a job for that 40 team. And this is definitely going to put J Ard back in the championship contention as a result. Did it from the rear of the field, believe it or not. Good run for E Keizer. She'll come home in second. Cody Smart third. Brooke Packett in fourth. Zachary Fitzwater will complete your top 5. Then Shyla Askraov, Ricky Cervantes. Shyla Askraov, the rookie of the race, by the way. Didn't expect Shyla to finish well, but she did good. Ricky Cervantes 7th. RB Gardner, our pole sitter, finishes in 8th. Jonathan Long and Vanko Seaman will complete the top 10. I can tell you this. The championship and the Rookie of the Year title just got a massive wide open as a result of this race. Bonzo Albanus going to gain some points on Sarah Redmond for the Rookie of the Year honors. K Langeland, Kyler Anderson, Eric Alpha, and Sean Art will complete your top 15. A lot of drivers really had troubles today as you look on down to the remainder of the finishing results. We had 30 drivers finish the race on the lead lap. Reagan Whitlock was the last driver to finish the race. All these drivers got trapped a lap down due to that untimely of that caution that reared its ugly head. Peterson and Whitlock were involved in our only caution of the race, our 2 cautions of the race we had, actually. Matthew Hubert had a problem coming back to our first restart, never recovered, 31st. That's a tough break for him. Chaz Former, Matty Crenshaw. Bet you the stewards are not going to be happy with Matty Crenshaw for the response she said about Annie Crenshaw. I bet that's going to be a fun meeting at the Smart Motorsports camp after this race is all said and done. L Bianchi, Sarah Redmond. The good news is she's going to keep the rookie points lead. The bad news is she might have lost the points lead as a result. The overall points lead, to be more specific, after her poor finish. But she finishes 35th, the last car to finish the race. And then 7 drivers did not reach the conclusion of the race. 6 of them due to that big wreck on that first caution. Cody Goforth was a mechanical failure, an engine let go. He came as race 3rd in the points. And then the other 6 drivers, as I said, were due to that first caution. Lizette Armstrong, Skylar Taylor, Alexander Underwood, 2nd in points. Dana Monroe, Andrew, and Logan Williams all out of the race. Boy, Atlanta played its part in us shaking up the points, and we just might have turned this championship battle wide open as a result of a lot of drivers who were running in the top 10 of the points that were running very well took some pretty poor finishes, and Atlanta played its part in shaking the points up. We are going to have a point shakeup with 2 races to go in the season. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race from Atlanta. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the World Racing Association crew today. We've shown your full finisher results. Your point standings are down in the description with 2 races remaining. How big of a shakeup it took? You're going to find that out next week at Kansas Speedway, the penultimate race, as Sean Galligan likes to say. We'll see you guys at Kansas next week and then Homestead to wrap up the season. Until then, I've been DeVille signing off. Thank you for joining me and saying good night from Hampton, Georgia. Congratulations to J Ard on the win. Coming up next, it's the Infinity Network Sports Studios programming already in progress. You've been watching the Red Bull GT Series on the World Racing Association, the greatest racing since 2013.